Welcome back to the show. We are in the kitchen cooking with something you're maybe not used to using. Fish sauce. It can really add some delicious umami flavors to whatever you're cooking. And if you need help incorporating it into your cooking, check out the Red Boat Fish Sauce Cookbook. One of the authors, Diep Tran, showed us a recipe for cooking seared pork chops.
We're going to make tam, which is a seared pork chop. I took a rice plate with some nước chấm, which is like a kind of like a fish sauce vinaigrette, and it's something that's easy. You can cook tonight, or you can put it in the refrigerator and have it for tomorrow.
So how do we get started?
So what you're going to do, you're going to make the marinade for the chops. Obviously, you need some chops. I prefer bone-in chops just because they just keep moisture in better. But if you prefer like a leaner loin, that's fine too. Do you? The ingredients are for the marinade for the chops: garlic, black pepper, lemongrass. This is minced lemongrass, and then sugar. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to have a mortar and pestle. You can use an immersion blender. You can put it in the blender. However you're going to, like a little mini food processor. That's fine too.
I like a mortar and pestle too, because I feel like it gets some aggression out of my day.
If you have had a hard day, maybe you want to take some mortar and pestle and get some therapy in here. And in the cookbook, if you're not familiar with how to process lemongrass, we have a little kind of like handy tip on how to like choose lemongrass, how to store it. And then what I do is I mince a bunch of lemongrass and I put in the freezer. So when I need it, it's ready to go.
Yeah. Really quickly, why is Red Boat fish sauce so popular, and what is it?
Red Boat fish sauce is a fermented fish product. And what they do is they catch the fish, and immediately when it gets lifted from the water, they salt it right away. And so like the Italians have their fermented anchovies. This is our version of fermented anchovies. What we do is we barrel age it. Some of our barrels are actually mango wood, so very, very hard to find. And so it ages for a year. And what that happens is that all the proteins in the fish become this liquid. It has only 2 ingredients: salt and fish.
I love it. So once you've got all those together, is that enough for a marinade?
Yeah, this is it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the chops, you're going to rub it, you're going to put it in a Ziploc, take out as much air as you can out of it so it has more contact. And you're just going to marinate. An hour is great, but overnight is even better.
Got it. So you say there are some very specific ways to sear a pork chop, right?
What you're trying to do is caramelize some of the sugar in the marinade, but also some of the sugars in the protein itself too. But again, you don't want to crowd the pan. So I'm just trying to get the temperature somewhat hot. And then I'm going to add in some butter. We're going to sear with butter. Okay, but that's looking good. And see how it's like foaming. So here we go. Yeah, you want to hear that sizzle.
Woo! That sizzle sounds good.
And so what you do is, if you like a thick cut pork chop, is you would sear on both sides and then you would finish off in the oven. But you're kind of like doing a sneak peek to see it's getting browned on the bottom. And that's also why I use butter. Butter browns really well. Okay, it's looking really good.
Ooh, bravo, Dee.
Okay. So you're just, again, going to go the same side.
Oh, I love it.
It smells divine. And they're such masters at the grill. Like it's fully caramelized, but it's not dry. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm ready. I'm going to go over here. So we just gotta let it rest, let the juices redistribute back into the pork.
I hope you have your fans on in the house, or we're gonna start hearing the smoke alarm soon.
Oh, if you haven't set off your smoke alarm, you're done.
And we'll be back with Diep later in the show, where she's going to finish the recipe, and we're going to do a quick whip up of the salad using that fish sauce. Welcome back to New Day. Y'all, we're back in the kitchen now, checking back in on the seared pork chops recipe from earlier in the show. It's from the new cookbook, Red Boat Fish Sauce Cookbook.
So we're going to make our sauce.
Okay.
Our nước chấm, our dipping sauce. You want to start with some aromatics, some garlic. As much or as little as you want, and depending how spicy you want it, this is a Thai bird chili, so it's very, very spicy.
It's a tiger chili?
A Thai bird chili.
Okay.
So it's super spicy, but if you don't want it, you can have it. You can take out the seeds.
Okay.
And again, you're just trying to release the oils, which is flavor and aromatics. Okay, and then you're gonna add the sugar in here as well. Just gonna pound that in, and then you're gonna also put in fish sauce. And again, this is in the book. We actually have a whole section on sauces, and it depends on like what you're using it for. Are you using it for meat? Are you using it for fish? Are you using it for egg rolls? All those require a different sauce. Yeah, and then you can put a little vinegar in it as well. You can use apple cider vinegar. You can use distilled. I love this brown rice vinegar, which has a really wonderful aroma. And I show you a trick, a Vietnamese trick is just, you put it in a jar.
I reuse jars all the time. I think that's good. It's sustainable. So once you put it in a jar, I mean, do you shake it up again, or is that ready to go as a sauce now?
You do shake it up again. The last thing you put in here is actually hot water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this is really intense right now. Yeah, some hot water to it.
It's important then to mash them all up and then add the water.
Yeah, and so this is going to make more than what you need for your chops.
Okay.
But, it's amazing as a salad dressing. Okay, and now we're gonna plate this up for you.
Let's do it.
Gum thumb means broken rice. This means like it just is a vestige of when during wartime, a lot of people couldn't afford like the intact rice, so the dregs of it were much more affordable. And so it kind of rose to prominence. It's kind of like recipes during the Depression, because like times were limited. I mean, resources were limited. Okay, and so you're gonna add this baby right here. Okay. And then you're gonna, I like to make sure that if we're eating meat, we're gonna have some veggies.
Yeah, sure.
At it, let's try to live healthy. Yeah. Okay, so here are your cucumbers. These are just raw cucumbers, and they're perfect for what we need to do. And these are pickled daikon and carrots. And this is also in the cookbook. It kind of gives your palate a relief so that when you taste the pork chop again, it's delicious.
You're gonna pour the sauce over it now?
Yes. And now what you're going to do is you're going to serve this on the side. You're not necessarily pouring it right now. And so what you do is if you're preparing this for your family, you would just prepare a little bowl for everybody.
Got it.
And,
okay.
Yeah. And so everybody gets a little bit, and then they'll just like, I'm going to eat some, and then I'm going to dip it in here.
Dip it in.
Yeah. Or like just drizzle just enough. It's very much like make it the way you like it.
All right, well, before we head to lunch, I thought that I would try out a simple salad recipe from one of the dressings that we found in the book. Susie's here to help me out because she loves to make a salad dressing.
I do, and I love how easy this is. Do you like fish sauce?
Well, you know what's funny is that I never really thought much about fish sauce, but for all of us, it's in so many foods that we eat.
Absolutely.
So I actually am inspired to start cooking with it now. So I've got it here, the red boat fish sauce. What do we do?
Is this okay? So this is very simple. We actually have the recipe, but so it's a fourth of a cup of fish sauce. So I'll let you.
I want to make sure I am very, very precise.
And like you said, it's in so many things, and people I think get a little turned off because of the word fish sauce.
Right.
But it's not. It just kind of ups the game with most recipes. So, okay. So a quarter cup can go in there.
Okay.
And then pour that on in here.
Okay.
And then let's do a quarter cup of sugar.
Okay.
And then, woo, you can smell that. Ooh.
Yeah, it smells very fishy.
It smells very fishy, but I promise it's
By the way, I
delicious.
had a lot of poker face when I first put my schnoz up there.
And then a quarter cup of lime juice. And then 2 jalapenos. Now it calls for red jalapenos, which are slightly less spicy, and red jalapenos are just are more ripe. Yeah. So the green ones turn red, and then they're not as spicy. I couldn't find any, so you get the spicy ones.
Of course I do.
Should we put it all in? I don't. Oh, okay. Why not? So that's
You're going to be trying this on TV.
And then this is a teaspoon and a half of garlic.
Okay.
And that's it.
And that's all?
Okay.
What about the salt you have here?
Well, I think just maybe a pinch of it.
Okay.
And that's it. You can tell it's very a little bit chunky, which will add to our salad.
I like it chunky. Okay. All right. So then we
can dress our salad.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to go overboard, but I kind of do. What will happen on TV? We should say that right before we went on, we both used the same lip gloss.
Have you tried, this lip gloss where you put it on and it's supposed to plump your lips up? And it does so by literally burning them.
capsaicin. It puts that pepper stuff in there, the capsaicin.
And they're tingling. They're not burning, they're tingling, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
So not only do we have the tingly lips on, but we're gonna have tingly
food. Okay.
food.
So this is I'll mix it up. This is just romaine and a little basil because it's.
I love adding basil to salad.
Yeah.
That is such a nice addition to any salad, by the way.
And I love that they often do that
What a way
in
to-
Vietnamese cooking, and I love that. And you can just smell how fresh this is.
It does smell really fresh. And you know, when you mix it all together, that really, really strong fish smell
Nice. Okay.
is not there.
We're gonna try this.
All right, so we're gonna try it.
It's gonna be the capsaicin on our lips, and then also the jalapenos.
By the way, salad's never easy to eat, so eating it on TV is gonna be super fun.
You can really get that. There's a kick, but it's delicious. It's very simple, and also we should say too.
That umami really comes
great?
out. It's so crazy because the smell versus the taste is amazing. Two wildly different things.
And I love fish sauce with the lime and then the sugar because
Yeah.
that really woo.
It really
And
boosts
it's
it up.
gluten free.
It is. It's gluten-free and
So
Whole
good.
30 approved. If you're doing any of those things, which our executive producer, he was. And so he was all
And
about
you're
the red boat
gluten-free,
fish sauce.
so-
And I am gluten-free,
Love
yeah.
that.
So I love this. What a nice addition you can add to all the things.
Yeah. Simple,
in your-
healthy, light. Maybe not with the lip gloss, but
Definitely not with lip gloss. Woo! Well, thank you for spending time with us today. You can check out our website for more content. You can get all the recipes there, anything you need. You can also send us an email to share your thoughts. Make sure you go out and enjoy your new day. See you next time.